On now and help you understand how you can take advantage of this opportunity with the Texit coin and get in as early as you can. These mines are producing coins on a daily basis. So the longer you wait to get in, the less coins you're going to have when the time comes to cash out on the value of those coins. So this is going to be video 2 when I go back and slice this up. So welcome back. If you've been watching the videos, my name's Byron Hamilton. And I've been with the Texit Coin program for just 5 to 6 months. My wife and I joined December the 18th. At that point in time, the coin was just 8 cents, but we looked at the opportunity and we prayed about it, and we felt this is the right direction to go in, given all the elements that I mentioned in the first video about being solely mined in Texas and crowdsourced so that people like you and me could take advantage of this opportunity, where in other opportunities like this, you have to be a large company that can sink millions of dollars into this. And also the fact that the maximum number of mines you can buy is 9. It really creates a level playing field for everybody to be able to be involved in this and take advantage of it. So I want to pull up my whiteboard here and just sketch out some of the opportunities here in terms of dollars and cents and why this makes sense. Of why you should be involved with this and why you were given this video in the first place. So let me open up this white screen. There we go. So the opportunity of getting involved in with the Texit mine and actually purchasing one of those computer nodules in the network is $995. That's basically going to be your investment into this opportunity. Now, right now, each mine is producing about 3 coins a day. So that's what you're going to see.
When you log into your apps on a daily basis, you'll see those 3 coins accumulating on a daily basis. And right now, those coins are worth about $1.05. So you can see those being traded out on DexTrade, on Bitmart. You can go there yourself, set up an account. You can take your coins out. You can sell them there, get your money. All sorts of things you can do. There's no restrictions on this. You can do it from day one. So basically what you're looking at there is 3 coins a day at $1.05. So you are really bringing in $3.15 on a daily basis. So you can extrapolate how long it'll take to get that investment back if you're just looking at what you're making on a daily basis. So somewhere between 6 to 9 months. And the reason why it changes is because the value of this coin is going up. Now, remember, I said that Lisa and I got involved in this back in December the 18th. And at that point, it was 8 cents a coin. So it's gone from 8 cents a coin to $1.05 a coin over a matter of January, February, March, April, May, June, 5 to 6 months. It's what it's taken to actually go from that 8 cents to $1.05. So you can see that your return on investment can be very, very quick. In fact, Lisa got her return on investment back in 3 months. And I think it was 2 weeks because we were calculating that. And after that point in time, those coins are still being made. And so you still, from that point on, are in a great position to increase in value. How is it that your mine is making 3 coins a day? Well, that's worked out by the actual cumulative amount of coins that are made across the network. So roughly, approximately 95,000 coins are being made across that network on a daily basis. At the end of the day, all those coins are divided up amongst the mines. And right now, we've probably got about 25,860 mines that have been purchased. So that brings us to about 3 to 4 coins a day is what those computer nodes are getting on a daily basis. There are about 6,100 miners in the Texit coin network as of today, as of the recording of this video. So that means out of the 6,100 miners that have purchased about 25,860 mines, that's an average of about 4 mines each that people are buying. Why is that? So they can increase the number of coins. That's what the whole end game is, to have as many coins as you can get in your digital wallet. So when you want to cash out, you've got that number of coins available to you to do that. Now, I'm going to show you that actually on the website. You can see in real time, the increase in the number of mines being purchased and the number of miners coming into the system. So let me throw my screen up and we'll take a look at that. So here we are on the website mindtxc.com, and anybody can go here. This is real-time numbers and figures and graphs showing the development of the network and what's happening on it. So in our first illustration here under the hash rate, that red line shows us the amount of mines that have been sold. So it's in the giga hash, so that is 25,860 mines that have been sold on the network. And going on down here, you see the total number of miners. So right now we've got close to 6,100 miners. So those 93,000 coins that are divided out on a daily basis are being divided out amongst the mines, not the miners. So each of those miners having approximately about 3 to 4 mines each. So you can go on here anytime and take a look at that and see how many Texit coins are being shared out on a weekly basis, on a quarterly basis. And so here's your 95, close to 95,000 coins in our second quarter. 94,191 were paid out on a daily basis across the network. Let me jump back onto my whiteboard. So how does this whole thing work in terms of the value of the coin going up? Well, we're going to look at your typical graph that you see out there on Bitmart and Dextrade and all the other exchanges. And they'll track the coins, and the healthy, successful coins look something like this. They should be going up in value over time. Now, when Texit coin first got traded on Dextrade back in May of 2024, let's put a line in here for that. This is May of 24. It was trading for 0.8 of a penny. As I said earlier, we got involved in December of 24, and at that point in time, the coin was being sold for 8 cents a coin. Now, we've watched it grow incredibly. So in March of 25, it was 35 cents a coin. April, it went to 55 cents a coin. May, it hit 85 cents a coin. So we watched this thing grow tremendously month by month as it's being traded out there on the marketplace. And now we are at June, this is when you're watching this video, June of 25, and the coin is $1.05. So look at that tremendous growth that's been happening just over a period of a few months in terms of the value of that coin. Now, here's the prediction. The prediction is that in February of next year, we're going to be somewhere in here. And the prediction is that that coin is going to be worth $16 a coin. How do they determine that? Well, several things. Number one, they've looked at the guys that have gone before us. That's Bitcoin and Ethereum and the Ripple coin, XRP. And they have got a historical track record. So we can look at that and see where they were in terms of their development and direction, and predict where we will be based upon those that have gone before us. And also, secondly, the robust nature of the Texit coin. As I said, we've got 6,100 miners right now, and something like 25,000 plus mines have been purchased. So I would say here in another 12 months, all those mines will be purchased at the rate that they're going. So we want to give this opportunity to you to get in and be able to buy a mine, purchase a mine, and be able to benefit from the accumulation of those coins. So if you've had any involvement in cryptocurrency in the past, Bitcoin or Ethereum or others, then you should be jumping all over this, because if anybody understands the dynamic of the growth in value of these coins and the incredible opportunity of actually owning your own mine, which will be producing coins for the next 136 years, then you should be crawling all over this. So yes, Bitcoin has done well, but there's lots of pitfalls in Bitcoin. One is that 80% of it's mined in mainland China. So if you're trying to mine Bitcoin, you're competing with the government of mainland China that have supercomputers and no limit to the amount of free energy. So you're probably burning up a lot of energy trying to mine Bitcoin and getting fractions of coins a day and maybe one coin every 2 or 3 months. And so even though the value of the coin is high, the growth potential of that is really limited, because there's not a real lot of growth left in Bitcoin, maybe $150,000 or to $200,000 a coin over the next 5 to 10 years if you really push it. But because Texit coin is so young, only a year old, you got the opportunity of getting in early, like a lot of people wish they had done with Bitcoin, got in at 2005 when you had a tremendous opportunity to ride that up. We just got through celebrating May the 22nd, with which Bitcoin's Pizza Day. That's when that gentleman, I think he's a 28-year-old programmer in Florida. I don't know his name. It's like a Hungarian name, but he was an American guy in Florida. And back in 2010, he sold 10,000 Bitcoins to buy pizza for his family. So it was, at that time, Bitcoin was 4/10 of a penny. And so at 4/10 of a penny and 10,000 coins, he got $40 and bought 2 large pizzas. I'll throw a picture of that up here on the screen. There he is with his family, and there's the 2 large pizzas that he purchased. This is an authentic picture of that. So those pizzas today at $105,000 a coin for Bitcoin, you're looking at $1 billion that was paid out in today's value of Bitcoin. So each of those pizzas right there are $500 million each. So if you have any understanding of cryptocurrency and the value of the rising coin, then you want to be able to take advantage of that. You've also probably heard in the headlines over the last few months about the guy in Newport, United Kingdom, who was cleaning up his office in 2013 and accidentally threw out his hard drive that had the code on it for his Bitcoin wallet. Remember, I showed you this in our first video and said on the back of here is the code to get into that, turn that into a hot wallet so you can pull those coins out. Well, that code was on his hard drive, which ended up in a landfill. He had 8,000 coins in his wallet. So back then, that was several $1 million. But today, with the value of Bitcoin, it's $850 million. Again, we want you to get in early. We want you to get a mine, and we want you to be able to accumulate those coins. So when it's time to cash out, you've got the right number of coins to do so. Don't delay on that. Let me go back to my white screen. I'm going to put some more numbers up here for you. There we go. So you purchase a mine for $995, and right now it is creating 3 coins a day. Those coins right now are worth $1.05, but our prediction is in February of next year, that's in just 8 months, that'll be worth $16 if we stay on the same trajectory that we are on right now. So let's figure where you'll be at this time next year if you get on board right now. So that's 3 coins a day, and we're going to multiply that by 8 months, 3 for 30 days. That's 240 days this time next year. So you're going to be 0, 2, 7. So 720 coins you're going to have this time next year in your wallet from one mine. Now we're going to divide that by 2. And the reason why I'm dividing that by 2 is because the number of coins are going down gradually over time, because as more miners come into this network and purchase those mines, then that 95,000 coins per day divided up over more and more people. So it'll come to the point in time where you just get a fraction of a coin a day, but hopefully the value of that coin is going to be super high. It's just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if you're mining that, you get very, 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 very small fraction of a coin on a daily basis. It may take you 2 to 3 months to get 1 coin if you're mining that, but the value of that coin is very high. So conservatively speaking, we're going to be at 360 coins by this time next year. And if they're worth $16 a coin, you're going to be at, let me grab my calculator, $5,760. That's in 8 months. And you put in an investment in of $995, and in 8 months, you got back $5,760. Now, that's quite a return on investment, and that's doing nothing. Remember, there's no minimal requirements for this program. You don't have to share it with anybody if you don't want to. You can keep it to yourself. You can just throw that in the back closet and watch the number of coins accumulating on a daily basis. And then you can set up an account on DexTrade. And by then, we'll probably be on Coinbase and get those coins out and bring them on into your bank account. That's the tremendous opportunity. Now, how can you increase the number of these coins? That's what you're looking at, because we will be at this $16 mark at some time. So the number of coins is what you want to be increasing to be able to get there. And the way to do it is buy multiple mines. And let me just show you that. One mine for $995 is producing 3 coins a day right now. You can buy up to 9 mines. If you want to, say, for example, buy 5 mines, the company's going to give you 1 free. So let's look at that scenario. So you buy 5 mines and you'll get 1 free. So that's going to be functioning as if it's 6 mines. So if you've got 6 mines operating, you're actually making 18 coins a day. You can buy up to 9 mines. If you buy 9 mines, the company will give you 2 free. So you're basically functioning as if you got 11 mines. So that's 33 coins a day. This is when it gets really exciting because of the number of those coins that can be accumulated over time. So let's see how that would play out over the next 8 months. So let's look at the realistic situation of you buying 5 mines. And this is just hypothetical, but if you buy 5 mines, you're going to get that extra 1. So you're functioning like you have 6 mines, and that's doing 18 coins a day. So 18 coins, and you spent probably $5,000, close to it, for those 5 mines, and you got 1 free. So 18 coins a day, and we're going to multiply that by 240 days. That's how we got to 8 months. 240 times 18 is 4,320 coins. We're going to divide that by 2 because, as we said, gradually the number of coins are going to go down. So realistically, you're going to be at 2,160 coins by February of next year. And that's when it's going to be worth $16. And so you're looking at a grand total of 34,560 USD. So you put in $5,000, and in a short period of time, like 8 months here, that 5,000 turned into 34,560 just by the power of having multiple mines that you can purchase. So if you've got the ability to do that, I suggest you do that. If you can afford to get 9 mines, that's even better because you get an additional 2 free. And at that point in time, you'll be making 33 coins a day. So we went from 18 to 33 coins a day. And so you can multiply that same thing down here at the bottom, and you see how much USD you'll have in February of this year. So that's a powerful opportunity, and we wanted to share that with you to give you the idea of how you can go from 1 mine to multiple mines, up to 9 mines, where they start throwing in extra ones for free, which actually multiplies the number of coins that you can get. And it's going to continue to go up after February. That's just the earliest prediction of where it will be. I'm not going to predict beyond that because we don't have enough data. But you can pull your coins out when they're $10 a coin. It really doesn't matter. There's no stipulations on that. But you do want to get in early to be able to produce the number of coins that you really want to get by that time next year. But this is the place to start with multiple mines if you can do it. If you cannot do it, if you can only afford $9.95, go ahead and get that 1 mine. You got 30 days to buy additional mines up to the 5 to get that 1 free. So if you want a free mine, get 1 or 2 mines, but then over the next 30 days, get up to that 5 level to get that extra 1, or up to 9 to get those extra 2. Then that's locked in place forever, the number of mines that you have. So in my next video, hopefully you're in by then, by the time you watch the 3rd video, and you have your mines and they're functioning and operating, and then I'm going to show you how you can actually increase the power of your mines that you've got to actually cause them to produce more coins without having to actually buy additional mines. So get on in. Each day is an important day of making coins. So the longer you leave it, for example, if you're doing multiple mines and you wait a week, well, that's 7 days times that number of coins you would have been producing. So get with the person who shared this video, get on in, at least you get your foot in the door. You got 30 days to buy additional mines to get those ones free. And then you can watch the 3rd video, and that help you to understand